You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done. Now I'm a
VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
All out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for real.
I want to find a thing to save my life. So I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? It is Alex, the Fantasy Football Hustler, back at ya. It is Friday, aka Get High Day.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Man, what a Thursday night football game. Finally have a Thursday night football game that hits the over. We love it. Herbert reigned supreme over Knicks. And Knicks did solid. He did solid. I mean, of course, there's some mistakes, but rookie woes. It's going to happen every once in a while. Shout out to CB Dizzle. He said, yo, B-Rob, Devonta Smith, Brees, Patrick Taylor, or Tillman. Start 1 RB, 1 flex. Devonta Smith and Brees. Hey, shout out to Daniel Berry. What up? Shout out to JPZ. What up? Zeb in the house. What up? Jamie in the house. What up? What was the big surprise for you guys yesterday? I mean, really, the big surprise for me was the Broncos choking. I mean, they were whooping on them in the first half, and then they kind of just changed everything around and ended up scoring, I think, three points, right? I think that's all they scored in the second half was 3 points, right? No, I guess they scored 6 in the second half. They go from scoring 1 touchdown in the first quarter and then 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, and then a field goal in the third and fourth quarter, and that's it. And at one point, what they say, it was like 21 unanswered points from the Chargers. Ridiculous for the Broncos, man. They shit the bed, right? Gus Edwards. I mean, man, what a shock for Gus Edwards. They just kept giving him the ball. I don't even think he had that many touches necessarily, but it was like all in the red zone. 15 total touches. That's it. That's more than he's had in any of these games recently, though. Herbert 8 rushes, Vidal only 5. It's funny how people thought that Vidal was gonna like come in and just like take over everything. I know that Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins are injury prone dudes, but Vidal is a 4th round pick, a 5th round pick? Like, I don't understand why people think that like 4th, 5th round rookies are just going to come in and they just deserve to get all of the work. Because that's all I was seeing on Twitter last night was like, I can't believe that Gus Edwards is getting all this work when they have someone like Vidal who's like 1,000,000 times better than him. And like, I don't even know if like we should even be judging talent like that if those are the kind of things that we're saying. Vidal's okay, but like Harbaugh knows who's better out of Vidal and Edwards. I'm almost certain. And he knows who gives him a better chance to win. Peanut Breath OG, what up? Gus finally have a decent game. Finally, right? Luis 20-point game and against the Broncos. Yeah, it was wild. Props to Gus Bus. I mean, he killed it. Shout out to King D in the LBC. What up, bro? Dare Bear. Glad I fired up Herbert last night. Sat Brock Purdy. Good. Had a feeling that Herbert would play well. Me too. I mean, the numbers were pointing to him having a good game. He You know, in the beginning, it wasn't really looking like all that good, but second half came in. He ended up doing it. Let's go. King D, what up, what up? And hey, Lipsy on Rumble. Hold on, Zeb, be right back. Lipsy said, my buddy wants to know if there's a higher upside between Purdy and Kyler. He's in the final for the championship. What? Championship already? I think that there's more upside for Kyler. Going up against the Panthers. I mean, Panthers, for the longest time, they were like making QB1s, you know? And what Zeb say? Pittman, Hollywood Brown, and Ray McLeod. I'm leaning Pittman on this one. Leaning Pittman. Jamie said, I bet the under on Vidal on the rushing yards parlay hit. Nice, nice. My parlay. Nice. The parlay was plus 420 odds. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Hit the over on the rushing yards for Herbert, 10.5. Perfect. Johnny said he told me at halftime not to worry. Herbs would be there. And he did it for us. He did it. Let's smoke a bowl of Herbert in his honor. It's actually really good the way that it worked out because if the Broncos didn't score 21 or whatever it was and kind of be up, who knows if there's like what the game plan would have been for halftime. Like for the second half, I mean, because they came out just firing at all cylinders, man. Firing at all cylinders. No, Will, I did not mention the outs yet. EJ Speed is out. That sucks. He's been doing so good for us for so long. Let's see if there's anybody else. Well, they officially said L'Jarius Sneed won't return this season. Good. There's no reason for him. Luke Gifford will be out Sunday. Kenneth Murray is a game-time decision. Mike McDaniel said that Tua's injury is not concerning. So even though we see the questionable next to his name, supposedly it doesn't mean anything. Jalen Waddle, doubtful. I feel like that makes it even worse for Tyreek. But dude, man, I'm so nervous, man, about any Dolphins this week. Maybe except A-Chain, because 49ers just been giving up extreme booty. Let's see. Bryce Young will start the final 3 games. No surprise there. Myles Garrett, David Njoku both return to practice. AJ Brown is practicing today. Whoo! Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It's official that the Chiefs are activating Marquise Hollywood Brown. Hollywood. Texans are signing Irv Smith. Let's see. Okay, T. Higgins is good to go for Sunday. Joe Burrow officially limited, but they said he's ready for Sunday. David Montgomery avoided surgery and potentially returning. Dan Campbell says, I think we may see where this goes. So I don't know. They may put him on IR. They might not. Nelson Aguilar officially out. Let's see. Jonathan Allen ruled out for Washington. That's good for Saquon. Jeremy Chin, Zach Ertz still have a chance, they say.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah! I don't see anything. CB Dizzle said Josie Jewell, all good. I haven't seen anything from the Panthers yet, so we'll just keep paying attention to that. But yeah, nothing on Josie Jewell as of right now. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Trey Benson out. Mario on IR. Fire up. I mean, those guys being out makes zero difference about Connor actually doing good. We should be firing him up anyways based on the Panthers matchup. Will send Malik Washington to the moon. Why? What did he do last week? I mean, it's also like the toughest matchup for wide receivers. Like, that's what we got to remember. The toughest matchup. Jane putting together a TD parlay. Who else do you think has the best bet to score so far? I have Gibbs, Barkley, Connor, Chase Brown, Brian Thomas. I mean, that sounds good. Perry pick 3, 2 wide receiver 2 and 2 flexes. London, BTJ, Bowers. Okay. London, BTJ, Bowers, McBride, Brian Robinson, Jonnu. McBride, BTJ. I think I'm going Bowers with O'Connell coming back. AJ says he'll play. I mean, I never trust what the players say, because at the end of the day, it's not really up to them. It's up to the doctors. But it's a good sign that he was practicing today after not practicing yesterday or being limited yesterday, whatever the hell it was. Perry said no tight end spot. Okay. Yeah, McBride's still worth it, getting in the flex. Zach said think about starting Flowers and Ford, deciding between Flowers, Ford, and McMillan. And I'm still leaning Ford out of those guys. And Frank, what's that? Wonder where the fuck you're at. Yeah, man, last night, I don't know what was going on. I woke up at like 4 something in the morning, and my stomach was just like hella hurting. And fuck, was in the bathroom for a little bit, and then smoked a couple bowls, fell back asleep, and like the alarm went off, and I was like, fuck this. We're sleeping in today. We're sleeping in today. Joe Burrow cleared to play. I mean, they said that he should be good. They said that he should be good, but he was limited in practice today, so you're still going to see a questionable tag next to him. Shout out to Johnny, who just hopped in over on Rumble, and yeah, I like your emoji choice. Check that out. Wait a minute. Check that out. There we go. Still like this. You can see it a little better. Woo woo. Shout out to Song. What up, bro? Yep, Alec Pierce out. Adonai Downs, Pittman. I mean, I would not be wanting to play any Colts this week. I would not. And Luis K. Dotton, game time decision. Yeah, not looking good for him. And it's a good matchup, too. Song, what up, bro? What's going down? And let's see. Lipsy on Rumble. Should Boswell have a better game than Fairbairn? I think so. And Lipsy, would I be dumb replacing Jennings with Devonta or Walker on flex? Devonta Smith? I would much rather play Devonta Smith than Jennings this week. And Perry, Falcons, Colts, or Bengals D? I am leaning on the Colts. Perry Hubbard, Brian Robinson, or Thielen? Leaning Hubbard. Perry said start Njoku over Laporta if no Winston. Hell no. I don't want to start Njoku over. There is no Winston. They already said DTR is going to start. So if Winston comes in, it's going to be like in relief. He's not starting. So I would be starting Laporta either way it goes versus the Bears. And Justin, what up? Do I start Flowers over Judy just because the Browns QB situation? I would, and it really sucks because like he could get a bunch of volume, but DTR, that's the quarterback. For those who don't know, anytime you hear me saying DTR, that's the Browns quarterback. He has not shown me that he is accurate enough to get any of these guys the ball more than a few times. It really sucks. So I as good as Judy has been, I gotta put him on the bench. Will said McFadden looking great, like a great play versus Atlanta with Okereke out. I mean, shit, he's been a great play for like the last handful of weeks. This week's not gonna change. Belton should produce as well. Yep, that's one of the guys who was on the waiver wire. The waiver wire ads this week for me on Patreon for sure. I picked him up, firing him up in a bunch of places. And Giants defense might be on the field a lot. I think, yeah, I don't really know what to think of Penix, and I hope Penix doesn't suck because I want the Giants on the field a bunch. But if Penix just goes out there and has a bunch of 3-and-outs and all that kind of shit, it's should still be good for the Giants D either way, but it'd be better if the Falcons can sustain some drives and win the time of possession battle. Let's go. Hit that like button, just like Perry said. Hit that like button, everybody. And Jamie said, what do you think about Josh Allen rushing QB, rushing TD? I mean, fuck, man. Like him and Hurts, like they could be on every week of rushing touchdowns, and I feel good about it. Patriots haven't allowed a QB to score this year, but also haven't faced any rushing QBs. Yeah, I mean, way different when you are facing the Stallion, right?
Wild Stallion!
And Frank said, I almost woke up early hours, 3 to 5 with a stomach ache after drinking. Gonna stop this upcoming year. Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't judge anybody for what they do, but if you think that drinking is becoming a problem for you, do what you got to do. And just, the weed be letting you know, man. The weed be letting you know. Whoa. Baby. Got some breakfast. Got some breakfast sent over here. Quincy, what up? Need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Jennings, Debo, Thielen, McMillan, Waddle, Miller, Patrick Taylor, Strange. Shout out to Russell. You're next on Rumble. Let's see. So, Waddle, he's doubtful. So, I said that a little bit earlier. So, get him out of there. McMillan in. McMillan in. Thielen in, Strange as your flex. What up, Pam? Will said, hope nobody's confusing DTR and DT with DTF. Russell, what up, bro? Says Stafford or Love. So, if it rains the whole game, I don't like starting Stafford after a Thursday game. Yeah, I think I want to play Love either way versus the Saints. Zeb said Debo. Lock it at Dunze. Dunze. Drew Lock Rush. Yeah, Michael Penis. I'll go Rush against the Bucks. Jamie, I have a drinking problem too, but also ain't a quitter. And John, what up, bro? Said need a flex and a receiver. Bucky Stevenson, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Tillman. I'm not saying any Browns wide receivers with DTR there. Bucky and Garrett Wilson. And John said Andrews, Hawkinson, or Stream Strange. Bro, I think I would do Strange. Steelers have been like, okay, Andrews can always get some random fucking touchdown. You know, he can always get that. But if he doesn't get any volume to back it up, he could get a touchdown and might not even get 10 points. You know, that's the thing that sucks about him. And the matchup, horrible. The Vikings versus Seattle. Seattle's been not that good at giving up like they haven't been giving up a bunch of points to tight ends, and like no matter what, Strange, like if Ingram's not there, like damn near every game that Ingram hasn't played that Strange played, he did good enough. And it seems like 10 points is his floor. So yeah. That's what I would do. And in addition to that, if all that's not good enough, if all that is not good enough, the Raiders are like the best matchup to deploy your running back against or tight end against. All right. And Peanut Breath OG, Mayfield or Love. I didn't want to start JD5 against Philly again. Yeah, I don't either. Probably leaning Baker. It's pretty damn close, though. Pretty damn close. Right, Frank said. Frank said, who said anything about quitting? He said, be drinking when it's free at family and friends get-togethers. Yeah, exactly. And I think, like, really what it is, you know, I know I sit here and I smoke a lot of weed and, like, I, you know, smoke until it's all gone. Like, it's different with alcohol. Like, there's only been, I think, a few times in my life where, like, I just kept drinking and kept drinking and kept drinking and kept drinking. You know, as long as you know the stopping point, that's really the biggest thing. Because there's nothing wrong with drinking. There's just something wrong with drinking in super excess. Like that's where people have the issues. Hey, shout out to Darren. He said, showing love, smoke it up. Let's get it. And Quincy, always fuck Tony. Man, fuck Tony. And let's see, Zeb, Devonta Smith, Mooney, London, or Shakir. Devonta Smith, and it's not particularly close for me. And John, I'm deep at receiver. Drop Tillman for Strange. I would. Yeah, if someone picks him up, it's not going to, I mean, I know it's a good matchup versus the Bengals. It's not about it being a good matchup. It's about the damn QB, because if it was Winston there, I would say, hell no, don't drop him. He might even be playing for you this week. But yeah, like, look at how good Tony was doing and Judy was doing before Winston. You know, not that good. Not that good. It's going to be the same without Winston also. And Zeb said Kraft or Otten. Right now, I'm going to say Otten. It's a really good matchup. And at least Kraft plays after Otten. So if you have to use the pivot, you got it. It said Otten's a game time decision. I got another update right now from Sleeper as well. And Will said Belton or Hufanga. I got to go Belton, bro. Miami gives up lots of points to the safeties. Yeah, but I'm just not feeling Hufanga, man. Like, he's not getting a lot of tackles. I'm too nervous to start Hufanga. Not in the playoffs. I'd rather start Dane, who we know that the Falcons are going to be throwing it a bunch. And, you know, with Penix, who knows? Maybe he makes a mistake in his first game, throws a big greasy interception to Dane. And no matter what, I feel like Dane is going to be like, I feel like the Giants are going to be on the field defensively more than the 49ers will be. All right, Zeb, we'll catch you later, bro. He said, don't go overboard. So my buddy woke up in a random apartment with a lady boy, a ferret, empty bottles everywhere, and a bunch of pizza in the bed. Hasn't drank since. I believe it, bro. And well, after being sober for 9.5 years, I don't see the benefit in willingly poisoning myself anymore. Yeah. I feel it, bro. And everybody's different. That's another thing too. Everybody's different. Perry said Daniel's love or Darnold. Perry, I'm leaning love in this one. And Perry said, dude just dropped Rogers. How about Daniels, Rogers, love, or Daniels? Man, I'm on Rogers' side. I mean, we haven't heard anything about bad weather. That'd be something that would like maybe change my mind. But just a good matchup. Zeb said Guarendo going to play. I mean, yesterday they said it wasn't looking good. So I didn't see anything today that would say any different than that. All right. Sorry, guys. We got to mac these burritos. Yeah, and that's really what it is, right, Frank? Because I don't really drink either. I'll drink socially. If I'm in a spot where I can't smoke, I'll drink. What? There's that boy about to make that burrito disappear. Man. So good. So good. Shout out to Vanessa for keeping me alive during the shows. Nipsey said I need Bowers to go off again with 20 points. I mean, with Aiden O'Connell, we'd way more likely, right? If it was Ritter, I'd say no chance in hell I'd be starting him. And Lipsy said, shouldn't the Eagles Commandos game be a high scoring game? Can't bank on it. I mean, look at last week what happened to the Steelers. Not saying that Jaden and I mean, I don't know. I guess it would be subjective if Jaden and the Steelers or if Jaden and the Commandos are better than Russ and the Steelers. Eagles just don't give up a lot of points. And I think no matter what, are going to be issues. Frank said, cheers to food, weed, and alcohol, and everything that keeps us, yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, shout out to Bakes on Rumble. What up, Bakes? Darren said, sponsored by Vanessa. Without her, this boy would starve. Right? I'd just be here smoking and smoking. Because getting a little, getting some food right during the show, definitely, I know some people who don't want to eat when they smoke. Oh, it just brings down my high. But sometimes you just need some things to counteract the weed a little bit, and you just keep smoking more. Pollard officially out. That sucks. Antoine Winfield officially out too. Oh, he said if Pollard is out. If Pollard is out, I feel like I probably would play Spears over Tracy. The Falcons have been a really bad matchup for the running back. And go see how bad. Like, who's worse out of the Cardinals or the Falcons? I guess Falcons over the last couple weeks have been giving up more points to the running backs than expected. Still not a lot, though. And where the hell are the Colts? Yeah, see, there should be a lot of running either way in that Colts-Titans game because both teams are really good at defending the pass, but both teams have been really bad at defending the run. I even have on my start sit right now. Even if Pollard plays, I had Spears as a flex play for this week because of so many bad options that are out there. All right. Jamie said, how are the Vikings favored? Well, I think that the line came out when what's his name? When Geno wasn't even for sure going to play. Because, yeah, if Geno doesn't play, that's probably an easy-ass game for the Vikings. But it's probably what it's based on. Zeb said Rudolph or Bryce Young. Dude, like both teams, like I'm assuming there's nobody else, or you wouldn't be asking this. I think that I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Bryce Young over Rudolph. It was tough, man. Antonio Pierce says that Aiden O'Connell should be good to go. I mean, practiced in full on Wednesday. Pretty sure he practiced in full on Thursday as well, too. Zeb said Addison, Shakir, Judy, Addison. Yes, sir. Quincy said I got Strange, Hawk, and Kraft. My opponent has Ertz. I'm blocking him for the good tight ends. I want to drop one Sunday because he can't pick it up. Who would you drop? Not Strange. I'm looking at next week's schedule now. Vikings, Hawk, and Kraft play each other next week. Probably drop Kraft. Yeah. Zeb said, yeah, I had Cousins, but his trash ass is on the bench, leaning Bryce Young or Mason Rudolph. Yeah. Yeah. Colts have just been on fire, like with their secondary. And it's Mason Rudolph, you know? Like, I mean, at least Bryce Young, like, we're not saying he's doing exactly what we thought he was going to do when he came in as a rookie, because anybody who had good expectations for him, he hasn't been good, but at least he's been way better as of recent than, I don't know, any time over the first year and a half of his career. Darren said I got AJ Brown, Puka, and Chase start 2, sit 1. Man, I don't know how you sit any of these guys. So there could be rain, right? Could potentially be rain in New York. If there is, I probably don't want. I don't know. If it's rain, I probably don't want Cup. I probably still want Puka just because he gets force fed. I don't know how you sit any one of these guys. I really don't. I think that I would sit AJ Brown because of the Marshawn Lattimore matchup. But yeah, I don't know. Like, dude, damn it. How the fuck do you have these three guys on the same team? Is it the Debo? Is it the Debo Snatch a Chain League? Because then I totally understand. All right. 40 minutes in. Just a reminder, if you guys are on Patreon and you didn't see the weekly start and sit, now what you could do when you get to the homepage and you see the posts, if you click on collections, you can that's a quicker way where you could get to like just see where certain things are. You hit collections and then there's an option for the weekly starts and sits, and then you'll see the 4 posts like right there. All right, smoking some onion ring. Still got a couple bowls of onion ring left. Here we go. Dan said Debo. Okay, it is the Debo League. Yes, that's why you even have options that good. Like 3 options that good on the same squad. Dude, I can't believe I'm still alive in the Debo League, bro. I was like dead in the water, man. I think I was like 5-7 at one point. But then I played teams that got unlucky and I caught like 2 or 3 dubs. Yeah, I caught like 3 dubs in a row and somehow still in it. Julius Chestnut for the win. Chestnut or Hasty. Yeah, I'll go Chestnut over Hasty. I mean, man, it's tough. That's tough either way. Is that which one is that? One of the dynasty leagues, or I know you're playing a 32 teamer as well, Zeb. $32-man dynasty league, crazy one. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I don't. The only 32-man dynasty league that I ever did, I ended up quitting. I won and then got to leave, being the champ. It was dumb. Like I know you I know that yours isn't the same way as this one because you wouldn't even be starting guys like Chestnut or Hasty. But this was one of those ones where there's 3 copies of each player. So fucking lame. So fucking lame. It's like a glorified like 10-man league. Lamar said I lost Lamar Jackson last year, never recovered. This year I took your strategy, win the first game matchup. I mean, shit, I ended up losing in that, but that's what it's all about, right? Like, if you lose the first game, no matter what, your season's going to be harder than if you win. I wholeheartedly feel that for a league like the Debo, because you either snatch someone who's dope as fuck in the first week or you lose someone that's dope as fuck in the first week. And I remember I lost CD Lamb in one of them. Can't remember who I lost in the other, but the one where I lost CD Lamb never recovered. Never recovered. I finished like 12-2 in that one. That one was bad. It got to the end, like I still kept setting my lineup, but it was like I think I had Judy and Tillman at one point, like at the end. So there was still people to like snatch from me. But like, yeah, that team just got its ass whooped all year. Got its ass whooped all year. Zeb says the 32-man dynasty IDP. I wish my boy Winfield was playing. Yeah, got labeled out earlier. I got D Carr out. Oh man, and then got DTR Browns QB. Man, Godspeed, bro. I picked up all those guys for the 3 QB leagues. And Magic Man, what up, Ricky? He said I lost Josh Allen week 1. Got him back like week 10. Oh, because you faced that team again. And lost him a week later. Oh, man. He said I did good my first year, made the playoffs. There we go. I mean, it's hard to make the playoffs because if you, like, you really can't, like, if you lose a couple games in a row, like, you might be done. Like, you really can't lose, it's like you lose 4 games in a row, your team's decimated, just done. You lose 4 of your starters, like, it just, yeah. And who to start, Darnold, Rodgers, or May? What up, sir? Drop. I'm leaning on Rodgers here. Leaning on Rodgers. Magic Man, who do you start? Scary Terry versus the Eagles. Devonta Smith versus the Commandos. Yep. JSN, Shakir. Yeah, I'm doing I'm going Devonta Smith on that. Super nervous, man. Eagles are just shutting everybody down. I know that what's his name? Daniel was a little bit hurt last time they played or whatever. Maybe that was the game that he missed. I can't remember. But I know that that's one of the reasons why Terry didn't do that good. But Eagles, like, they don't let anybody do good. I know Adam Thielen, I guess, did kind of good, like, over the couple weeks ago, but Hey, what up, John? Said it feels like Rodgers is going out with a bang or auditioning for his next team. Yeah, that is I don't know. I mean, there's still a chance that he could end up being there. But yeah, it is all bad. All right. Whew. Yeah, Rodgers, I feel, is going to go out with a bang. And going up against the Rams have been a really good matchup for our quarterbacks out there. So, yeah, let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. And someone was sent me a message. So, why did I get this? They got an invoice for the streaming service, but they never signed up. And I wonder if I sent it to them instead of someone else on accident. Yeah, super weird. Okay. Johnny, so if Kendre Miller gets a start, would you flex him over Terry? See, this is where like I have a dilemma myself, because like the thing with Kendre Miller is, one, he's all right, nothing special. Number 2, Packers have been a pretty good defense, been a little bit better against the run than they were throughout, like, the entirety of the season. But like, what if the Saints offense just completely sucks and they like can't move the ball? They, score like 3 points or 6 points and, like no touchdowns. And there's just like not a lot of yardage in that game because they don't even possess the ball that much. That's like where I get nervous with Kendre. And it's almost like I feel like I'd rather ride or die with Terry McLaurin than throwing Kendre Miller and then have the Saints suck balls on Monday Night Football and like him get like 5 points. You know, I would much rather just like go out swinging with Scary Terry. I think the lowest that I would go, I said this yesterday and I'm still leaning this, the lowest I would go on like sitting out like a Joe Mixon or a Scary Terry would be like Jerome Ford. And I know that it could even be bad with DTR, but we've seen Jerome Ford do it before. And like, you know, when Winston was out last week, DTR and Jerome Ford, they did a little bit. They, you know, it's not like there was much time for them to do stuff, but I feel like DTR being there as long as he has been now, probably a little bit more acclimated with that offense for sure than Spencer Rattler would ever be, you know, at this point. So that's why I'm leaning on no for Kendre Miller over Scary Terry. Okay. All right. We've been rocking for almost an hour here. Time for another bowl. Actually, you know what? Let's do a dab. Let's do a playoff dab. Who's with me? Who's with me? Let's do a playoff dab. Man, this week, every team that's in it is good. No matter what. There's like different levels of good, obviously. But every team that is in it right now is good, and no team is guaranteed to move on. As good as we think some of our teams are or were, there's no guarantee that any of these teams move on. So we got to be very, very smart about the start-sit decisions this week. We got to be paying attention like nobody's business. I mean, I know Christmas is on Wednesday. You know, so everyone's going to have like a bunch of shit that they're like doing, me included. But yeah, we got to pay attention as much as possible. And I'm going to do my best when relevant information hits the streets. I'm going to be doing my best to update Patreon members with that info. So make sure you guys are over there and that you have the app downloaded. Johnny said, got Mixon on that team too. Probably gonna have to ride with the guys that got me there. I mean, yeah, I mean it's tough. And like there's games where I'm starting Mixon and Tyreek and Scary Terry and, you know, guys that I do not want to start. And I hope that, you know, I have enough hitters that, you know, bad games from those guys could be overcome. That's really what it comes down to. And that's why I like playing in the offense plus the IDP, you know, because if you got Joe Mixon and like Terry McLaurin on the same team, like that could, like, if you're just in offense only, that could lose you the week, you know, and like that's what sucks. So, yeah, Godspeed to everybody out there who's dealing with bad matchups this week, because we got some bad matchups for some of our hitters and they still could prevail. But, yeah, we got to just think positively. That's really what it comes down to. Crispy, what about Hollywood? They said they're activating him, and but outside of that, we know nothing. We know that they're going to activate him, but that is it. Activating him does not guarantee that he plays, but it means there's a really good shot. Uh-oh, Panthers ruled out Leggett. Just like one less person, maybe like Coker now. Treat your nose. Whew. But yeah, we don't know how many snaps or anything Hollywood would play either. And then Johnny says the offense only, number one, trying to defend my title. Herbs and Lads got me off to a decent start. There we go. Yeah, I'm pissed because in the offense only number two, dude, I lost by 0.2 points, man. It's because I sat Devonta Smith. I could have played Devonta Smith over any wide receiver and over any flex player that I had, and I would have won. And if like Sam Darnold would have thrown for like 3 more yards, I would have won. And it's bullshit, man. It's tough when you lose like those super, super close. Johnny said Jalen BDGE. Big dog, let the big dog eat. Whew. All right. I think it's about that time, guys. So not sure if we're going to have another show later tonight. We'll see. We'll have some kind of show tomorrow for sure. Make sure you guys are on Patreon because there's just going to be more things that are, I think there's more things that are going on. Yeah. So, whew. All right. 420crew.com, 420crewmerch.com, and fantasyfootballhustler.com. There we go. We'll see you guys either later today or tomorrow, one of the two, but we'll catch you in Patreon in the chats. Peace out, everybody.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the